I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
I had no prior knowledge of the planned assault on Nancy Kerrigan.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
Welcome back to Oops the Podcast, everybody. We're joined by a very special guest. Give it up for Kerryn Feehan, everybody.
Hey, what's up, kids? Thank you for having me. What a setup.
I'm doing now I'm going to give you more things after the intro is already over. Okay. That's like in a comedy show, very like a bad host move to be like, give it up for Kerryn Feehan. Everyone's clapping. You're like, you've seen her on.
Then roll them out.
You've seen her all over town.
All over town.
She has some great animated content that she's made. She also has a very poppin' OnlyFans. And is a very funny comic.
This is true.
Welcome. Good to see you. You've done this pod once before, right?
Yeah, but it was like
many years ago.
I don't think I even did it when you guys were at Barstool or whatever. Weren't you like in that studio?
We had like a couple different moments. You were in the first version of the pod. And I think you were a top 10 episode.
I think I met the French Bulldog at that apartment.
Kojai.
And I was like fine with it. He's still with us, right? That French Bulldog. Yeah.
He's sweet.
Not for long though, right?
I'm not sure. I hope that he has longevity. He's a sweet dog. Let's keep him around if we can.
But I mean, if you know anything about the breed,
tough breed.
Just kidding.
It's a tough breed.
I'm sorry.
How are you? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
I've been like kind of laying low. I feel like I really love the summertime and I like to recharge my batteries. I'd like just spent like 3 days with my family.
Nice.
Which is truly wonderful and exhausting.
They're in Massachusetts?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they came to visit and we went to a Broadway show. We went to Central Park. We went to like another show in Times Square.
Wow.
We tried to walk to the little island. My niece has like 8-year-old little legs though. She can't fucking walk.
I thought you were going to say my knees is no good. I literally thought that's what you were saying. So your knees cannot walk.
My knees are old.
My knees. So you did not go to Little Island because it was too much of a...
We were halfway there and it was just like meltdown, hangry. And I was like, all right, let's go find some fucking Israeli diner and figure it out.
So I don't know if you guys know about Little Island. It's sort of like a new tourist attraction in New York City.
Have you been to it?
I have. It is indeed a little island. Mm-hmm. If you go at the right time, there's no cover charge, I believe. There's typically a cover charge for Little Island.
No dogs allowed.
And when I had gone, it was nicely designed and it was cool.
It's stunning.
But it felt like the hotel lobby of islands. It felt...
What a great description.
You know, it was like you can't get past the shitty furniture.
Yeah.
And you're on the water and you can see stuff and buy a rhubarb popsicle.
Okay, a rhubarb pop. Nobody had mentioned the popsicles yet.
There's fun vendors.
Are there a lot of vendors?
There's a few.
How nourished would you say?
You can be fairly nourished there.
I mean, now I like that. I mean, I was envisioning just like more of a bland park with not a lot going on.
Yeah, there is like topographical changes.
Okay.
Right?
Because
like you
you're
high,
different
you
levels.
Low. Yeah.
Cool.
So what show did you take them to?
The Lion King. I don't know if you're familiar.
I heard it's a smash. I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
I've seen the movie. I've never seen the show on Broadway.
Oh, I've seen. It's been running for like 25 years and it's still selling out. It got a standing O when we went.
Wow.
We were like, let's say 5 minutes late to the curtain, but it worked out for the best because the little girl playing Nala, like they were on the aisle getting ready to go in. So my niece and nephew like saw them and like they saw the elephant and like it was like people inside the elephant and they were waving at the kids like while the opening thing was happening. So it was really cool.
So you went to dinner too, you said?
But you got to feed them all the time.
Well, where'd you go?
I wasn't. My dinners weren't the best.
Okay.
One, I'm very lucky. I live right behind a great Greek place called Meze on the River, and they do awesome. And my sister-in-law is Greek, so they had like really good like dips and spanakopita, and they have flying octopus and sea bass, whatever.
And she gave the stamp of approval.
She liked
all of it.
She was happy with the food there. Another time, the thing is like the kids melt down, and it's like you look around, and we were near Times Square. We were near Joe's Pizza. So I was like, we'll go to Joe's Pizza. Have you seen the line to Joe's Pizza on a Friday?
It's a 38th and Broadway or something.
Wow, but it was wild how long. I look at them. I'm like, you guys want to wait?
And the kids are just bashing their heads against the wall.
Exactly. They're like going up to homeless people and like, this guy smells weird. Like, get over here.
I always wonder about what that moment's going to be like when my kids are doing that. Am I just going to be like, yo, shut the fuck up? Or am I going to be like, oh, like, just like give him an iPad and like a popsicle and just like pray that he survives, doesn't shit on everything or something? I don't know, you know? I'm excited for family planning, but I'm scared of it too.
I mean, having a kid in New York seems like
difficult.
so much fun. No, it seems like so much fun. You can go everywhere with them. And they also like buy you time. They get you out of stuff. It's like you got a toddler. It's like everybody's like, what are they going to do?
That is true. You don't have to do anything anymore.
They got a maniac with them.
But don't you like to do stuff?
Yeah,
I do too.
I love hanging out with my family too, and I love doing things that I wouldn't normally like seek out because you end up having fun anyway, right? Yeah. But it does make me very grateful for my time and the pace at which I'm able to move compared to my family.
Totally. So when they all come to town, are you like paying for most of the shit?
Now I am. Now it's nice.
So you'll be like, I'm going to get you ticket. I'm going to get us tickets.
I got them.
Take everybody.
I got them their hotel and I got Broadway tickets
really
and I got some meals.
That's really nice.
But they got me stuff too. They treated me to a dinner. They took me to lunch.
That's really nice.
You know, my family's very generous. They're great. Everybody's so nice and great. The kids behaved. My brother and my sister-in-law went for a walk and left the kids in my charge at my pool. What? What if they drown? What if they fucking drown, dude? Oh my God. I was like, when my brother was leaving, I was like, are you sure? Both of them?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Why don't you pick your favorite?
Oh my God. Yeah, pick one now.
But they behaved so well. I like, because my building is nice. It has a pool, but we're not the only ones there. So you kind of have to behave. You can't be like a total nut. And they were like jumping in and doing cannonballs and doing like, they were doing these like little skits. And my nephew is so funny. He's like, all right, this is the trying to help a fat person get up from a chair move.
Savage. He doesn't act it out in an actual overweight person, right?
No, he would just go would like pull me in the pool. Like I would pretend to help him. Then he would like yank me in the pool. It was kind of violent, I guess. But my niece is the worst though. I love her. She came and crashed at my apartment one night and we were walking in, my doorman's standing there and she looks at me and goes, they're going to think you finally had a kid.
Oh my God. How old is she?
She's 8. Little bitch.
Little fucker.
Little fucker.
Little fucker.
I love her. She's like, why is it called the Big Apple? Why is it called the Big Apple? And she points at my butt. She's like, that's why. 1 big apple, 2 big apple.
Oh my God.
She's a little shit starter.
You'd be like, hey, babe, those apples are paying for your ice cream, kid.
You like the Lion King? Say hi to Mufasa, you little bitch.
Do you prefer them coming to visit you over you visiting them?
I mean, I typically go there because they live on Cape Cod.
Right.
So I it's easy for me to get there. It's just me traveling. I can blend in with their plans pretty easily.
You have a car?
No.
How do you get up there?
I'll fly from like LaGuardia to Hyannis or Nantucket. Lately, I'll fly to Nantucket and then take the ferry back. But then what I did this last visit is I got my mom and my aunt a hotel room for like the night before I was coming. So then we like hung out on the island all day and like had like the hotel to go back to as like a little hang.
Very nice. How sweet. So you're living it up. You're having a big summer. You're scaling down the spots a little bit for summertime.
I know.
I'm asking. You said that. I'm not saying.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I haven't seen you around much. And I was wondering, I was like, she's either on the road or like working a different club.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I also know myself, and I know how wiped like traveling makes me. Like, I'm going to DC. I have a one-nighter this weekend, and then I'm going to feature for Norton at the Mothership for 3 nights in July.
Amazing.
And I'm going to be tired after both of those endeavors.
Wait, when are you in Austin?
Like July 15th, 16th.
Oh, fuck. I'm there the 14th, by the way. Plug in the show.
Let's go.
Vulcan Gas Company.
Let's go.
But you're at the Mothership. Oh, that's great. So I won't sell any tickets because Norton's doing the Mothership.
No, of course. Yes, you will. Because they sold out a while ago.
Oh, sick.
You got it, baby.
I think I'm selling well.
I'm sure you are.
I think this is going to be a big weekend. So
Austin's like fun.
I've never performed there.
Oh, you're going to have so much fun.
I've never performed in the state of Texas before.
Oh, you're in Texas?
Never performed in the state
Dude, Texas are my guys. I love Houston is a sweet little spot for me.
Nice.
I love the Texans because you can say whatever the fuck you want.
They're cool, right?
They're wild.
I love that.
They're great.
A little wild action.
Great people.
So, but I think that's an important thing. It's like, we know that there's a time where if we take our foot off the gas pedal doing what we do, we will fall behind to some degree. But it's like when you're in a race car or whatever, you know how they have to stop eventually to change the tires? Like you still win the race by doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like people are still going to want to watch that race car race. Like whether it was in like the last race or the race before. Like if you tell people like, oh, that car's coming back, they're like, oh, I'll fucking watch that car. That car's coming back. Okay.
And if the car never stops, it will then break and not be able to race at all.
Right.
This fucking metaphor.
Crushing
Crushing
metaphor.
metaphors today.
Oh man, I feel good about that one.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So
Ready.
have you ever been on a podcast where somebody didn't ask about OnlyFans, by the way? At this point?
No.
Every single time it comes up, right?
At some point, yeah.
Okay. Are you okay with us talking about it? Just I don't think we've ever had anybody on here who has an OnlyFans besides you. Is that accurate, Ryan? Yeah. I think that's fair.
Really?
Has the game like evolved at all?
Oh man. Here's the thing. Like I feel like I'm like, not that I'm like out of the game, but I'm pretty lazy about my OnlyFans.
Intentionally, or just like are you just like comfortable?
I'm like lazy in some ways and lazy and not in other ways. Like I still fucking like work out a lot, so I was like make sure like my body looks good, but the amount of content that I like put out is like not that much.
Less.
Yeah.
Interesting. Does anybody complain?
I've never answered a DM
On OnlyFans.
Yeah. So if you look at my DMs, it's like 999 plus.
Wow.
Message requests.
Okay.
Oh no, I mean I'm just saying like they all want to talk to me.
And theoretically, if you wanted to, you could make a lot of money by talking to them, right?
Yeah. I could just let that floodgate open one night, just start chatting away.
You should just get Patty Samaha in there talking for you. I've heard that's a trick.
Yeah. But like sometimes it's like, then how much money do I give Pat? And how do we identify like how much he should get like per person, or like is it a commission? It's
easy.
Then the
Sorry.
You think the finances are easy?
Yeah. Just have a straightforward conversation with him. Be like, what do you think? Would you want to do this? How much do I have to pay you?
But he'd have to be able to log on, so he'd be seeing all of like the other messages too.
From people?
I don't know. He'd be seeing. He'd know exactly what I was making.
Does he not? Oh, money wise.
Yeah.
Oh, like overall money wise. Okay.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's just kind of like, yeah.
Like, because he could start being like, well, that guy resubbed because I chat with him all the time, so I should get the sub fee too.
Well, you could also just say specifically what you should give him is anything generated by a conversation directly, he gets a percentage of. Right? If he's like, ooh, like, what are you doing, bad boy? Like, you jerking your stupid little dick or whatever.
And then he keeps 100%?
No, he only gets a commission of that.
Okay.
But it's fair. I mean, you're the person on the OnlyFans. It's not like he has, if he wanted to have an OnlyFans, which I think he might do well on OnlyFans. Patty Samaha. Shout out to Patty Samaha.
He's got to get in better shape.
But maybe that is the hook for him.
We worked out together in Austin.
You've worked out with him?
Yep.
How'd he do?
He's a failure. He slowly became one of the guys who just wanders around the gym, like looking for a way out.
Oh my God. Savage.
Pate.
Well, this reminds me of the original sort of OG body shaming incident that sort of defined your career.
I've been talking about feeders lately.
Feeders?
I think they should be in jail.
What's a feeder?
Like they find each other on the internet, but the feeder is the person who wants to feed the fat person, like the obese person. Like
feeder? And
feeder.
Do they feed anybody, or it's only fat people?
That's a really good question. I don't know. They might ruin regular lives too. They might like take an average person and feed them to death.
I've known some feeders. I used to have a temp job that Danny Palmer got me, and
that's why it was full of feeders.
Well, no, there was a woman who was a feeder. She had a bunch of giant things of candy on her desk.
Yeah.
And if you wanted some, you just go up to her desk and take some. And she never ate it. But she had these big things, and she was older. And it almost seemed as if she was trying to level the playing field.
Absolutely.
Like she was proud of the way she looked, and she wanted to destabilize all the youth.
She was proud of the way she looked. She had like a pretty tight figure for her age.
She was in good shape for like 60 years old.
I was thinking about something. Oh yeah, I was watching like mature like woman porn this afternoon by accident. I didn't seek it out. But
what do you mean?
James Dean like fucking this like 65-year-old lady, and I thought of a movie we should make. Sorry, I'm totally like diverging a little, but we'll come back to that. I think they should make a movie. I know they've made movies where like, oh, the mom has to become a stripper to like take care of her kid or whatever. But what if it was like a grandmother? So it's like a generation removed, and it's not stripping. It's like her grandkids like are just like really jealous of like the neighbors next door. They have like a better house, so they have like a pool, they have gone cool vacations, this and that. So like the grandma just like sneaky style starts like an OnlyFans, and like it pops off and she makes bank
To make more money so that she can compete with the neighborhood people.
Yeah,
that's fun because too then like everybody in the neighborhood will find out because she's popped off so hard that they start to know. But then she starts to enjoy it, like she's living her best life suddenly, and like young hot guys are interested in her, and like poor. It's a coming of age story, but in a different way. Yeah. A coming of old age. Nice. I actually like that. That could be fun.
Could be hot.
This is a good exercise.
It's like Helen Mirren could play her. You know what I mean? Like a fucking hot older babe.
That'd be a fun. Or Diane Keaton.
It's Diane. That's my girl.
She's a legend.
My friend made a glass like top hat for her.
For her?
Yeah, so like she communicated with her. It made me very, very jealous.
Oh, that's cool. I saw her walking down the street wearing a flat brim fitted hat that said dope in capital letters. I swear. It was the craziest.
I totally believe it. She's one of the coolest people ever.
She's very cool. Okay, so how were you, what were you going to say?
No, go ahead.
I wanted to ask about how you were randomly watching mature lady porn.
Yeah, I usually look for old guy, young girl. And they gave me the opposite.
Oh, okay. So you were looking at porn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You didn't just like randomly.
No, it was my nap time.
Nice. Well, nap time activity. And do you put it on the TV or do you look on your computer?
My computer. Because I like to see like all the folds in my neck so I can get really fucking turned on.
I don't know what it is. This is like, I don't know what it is. But what is it with girls and women and computers in the bed?
All day.
What is that?
We love it.
Is it because you're like typically
it's so
smaller,
luxurious.
So there's more space. Like you're not as bothered by it because you are personally taking up less space in the bed than the average man does.
I mean, you're telling me. You're telling me a laptop bothers you?
I hate any technology in the bed. Hill Dog will have wires in the bed. It's become better now that we share the space, but it would be wires, like a hair straightener.
The way you're saying wires.
In the bed.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm going to get a better sleep if I plug my phone out in the living room as opposed to the bedroom. So I'm pretty good about that. And then
you do that?
Yeah. And then I would say 95% of the time I do that. Like when I fall off, I almost feel like I have a hangover the next day. It's weird.
Wait, what do you mean when you fall off?
Like when I bring my phone into my bed with me.
Oh, yeah. Same. But it depends what kind of like headspace I'm in. And there's like my resting demeanor half of the time is one where if I have my phone in the bed, I wake up feeling hungover. Because it's almost as if the phone's keeping you awake.
Yeah.
You naturally would not have been able to be awake.
Right.
Without the stimulation.
And then the laptop, yeah, that's what I do. I bring the laptop into the bedroom when it's me time. And then I just, usually when I'm done, like the laptop's over there, I'm like falling asleep. And then I take a real nap.
Nice.
It's a fucking solid afternoon. I've been crushing this summer.
You're really doing a good job this summer.
Thanks, man.
Full summer mode.
Thanks.
Well, can we talk about then? Because I alluded to your famous incident, rock bottom moment at the OG stand with Patrick, the booker. Kerryn was banned from the stand and then somehow became the darling of the stand and who's also sober.
I'm like, how many times have you seen me like wasted?
Many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would I do? It's been such a long
like
time.
Nothing. Like I never saw you do anything like that. But you'd be like, oh, Kerryn's wasted or whatever. But I don't remember.
You'd be like, Kerryn's wasted?
Maybe, but I actually don't even remember. It's been long enough that I think
that's how long. I know. Like I tried to remember, and I just remember feeling like a tornado, like feeling like a person who would like walk into a room and be like, like try to like talk to everybody at the same time.
Would you remember it at all?
No. I would wake up sometimes like and like with a text and be like, oh, I was fucking funny last night, or like, yeah, I would feel cool. Or I would be like getting tagged on Facebook by people like Kerryn was a fucking mess. Oh my God.
Really?
So yeah. Patrick.
Tagged on, I know Patrick because you called him, you insulted him.
But I did call him.
Kerryn insulted the booker of the stand, called him something mean. Which
Two
is,
mean words, both in a row, and they both start with the letter F.
yeah.
You do the math.
You do the math. But she did call him that. And clearly that's not a promising way. Yeah, that's an oops. Not a promising way to get booked in the future.
No, like I had to do so many roast battles.
To get back in? Is that what turned you into a roaster? Were you previously a roaster before that?
I had roasted and lost. Like so bad. To my credit, I think most people, if they had lost in the fashion that I lost, and it probably has 8 million views now. There was such a phenomenon. I bet they would have never roast battled again. A lot of people, I bet, would have been like, "This isn't for me."
Right.
But not your girl.
right. Yours happened to rip, and
I came back, but I was like, "I'll fucking battle again," and I started winning. And I would lose here and there, but I started getting much better. And then I started doing Norton's podcast. And Patrick was like, "You're really funny on Chip, so you can have some spots again."
Oh, nice.
Next thing you know, I'm hosting the free show.
You had already apologized many times at this point, though, I assume?
Yeah. I had sent, I wasn't like, I would send one sincere apology. When you fuck up so bad, at least I do, when an apology is necessary, but it's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to get you anywhere. The only thing that will is time and being consistent.
Right.
And being funny.
Right. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. And, to elaborate on that, it's just basically when anybody asks about how you get into comedy, it's basically that. It's as simple as what you just said. It just requires a large commitment of time and effort and patience. And you can easily get too fucked up and call somebody an FF and then you really set yourself back. So it's sort of like don't be it's a difficult thing. Be persistent but don't be annoying, right? Be bold, be brave, but don't be reckless.
Yeah, especially if people just start thinking about you as somebody who's not they're like, maybe they'll be wasted, maybe they'll be popping up at the mouth, maybe they'll if you're
maybe
just
there'll
somebody
be a problem,
who runs the risk of embarrassing, it's you don't want to be that. For me, it was pretty easy, just cut out the booze.
Yeah And I know you have a "Don't Serve Me" tat, which is very clever. And
my
funny.
niece and nephew, I have to make up a new lie every time I see them. Auntie Kerryn hates tennis.
Yeah, "Don't serve me." People have been trying to hit me with tennis rackets. But yeah, I always wonder about that moment. I laugh to myself because it's you became this big roaster after that. And I always wonder if you called him that and he's like, "What the fuck?" And you're like, "This is what I do."
Boom, roasted.
I'm roasting.
I'm joking, man.
Dude,
What
it's
the
a
F?
joke.
When you do that when you're wasted, though, you do you can be saying the most vile, I used to anyway, the most vile shit, secrets that you're not supposed to say. And he was like, "What? Fucking loosen up. We're fucking partying, man." It's you just brought up my dead mom for no reason.
Yeah.
It's whatever. You're being a bitch.
It's the thing that's so fascinating about being fucked up is that you can fully feel as if you're like, "All right, I'm in control." You're double checking. You're like, "Am I good? I haven't done anything stupid. I'm good."
Yeah.
And then somehow something insane will still slip out of your mouth.
Yeah.
I have the feeling that you got after being blacked out, and obviously not as severe, but even if I just have one drink too many and I'm 99% sure that I'm completely well behaved, I still am ugh. Was I too?
You feel that way?
Yes. I'll be sitting with whoever at the stand at 4:00 in the morning.
Wow.
And everybody got off work who works there.
Yeah.
And they're just starting to drink. So they're sober and I'm not. And we're all hanging.
Wasted.
Yeah. That I'm always they probably all think I'm a fucking tool bag. They think I'm annoying.
I just leave. Something has to be so compelling for me to stay up late. Nowadays, people are you waiting for Chappelle?
Because you're not drinking.
No, not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing is better than waking up feeling good.
Feeling clear.
I'm just I love as a fucking comedian, it makes no sense, but I love the mornings. I love an early bird morning. I like getting my feet in the ground and staring at the sun.
I like it too. Yeah. How early are we talking and how regularly are you?
I'm up at 6. I'm out the door at 6 a.m. every day.
Doing what? Walking the dog?
Walking the dog. I let her off leash. I let her hunt squirrels.
Did you catch them?
She's killed 5 birds. She's caught a couple squirrels, but she releases them.
Oh, interesting.
And I want her to fucking rip their tails off.
Catch and release with squirrels.
I'm like,
but
what are you
kills
doing?
Birds.
Yeah.
I love dog stuff.
She killed a small bird. She just stalked it in the park. We all watched it. Like there's like 10 of us. We're like, yeah, she might kill that bird. And she was like, And then she was one, and then it sort of it flew and it got stuck in a fence, and that was like, if it had only like figured out how to move its wing, but it didn't. And my dog like pulled it down to the ground and then tried to fly again, and then she was like, and the bird went, and then it died. So it died so fast.
Oh, that's good at least.
And then I
Wasn't a painful
scooped
death.
it up with the shit scooper and dumped it. Like,
So wait, so what's up with your like personal life as far as like your love life? What's up?
Well, I've been sexting with a famous person's son.
Oh, okay.
He's way too young. Here he is.
Is it Hunter Biden?
No, wait, what did you say? Hunter Biden?
Yeah, is it Hunter Biden?
No, he's way too young for me. He's 28.
Are you into younger guys these days?
I'm into guys that are into me. And he's like throwing it out there, and he's so fucking cute. He's in LA though.
Are you into that? If a guy puts it on heavy, you're down?
Depends on the guy. I mean, this one's really cute.
Right. But what about like, do you have a thing too for like guys who are not interested in you at all?
No.
Okay.
That exhausts me.
Yeah. Specifically guys. So a cute guy putting the moves on.
Yeah.
And then, so you guys are sexting. Have you spent physical time together?
No.
Okay. That's fun.
What should I do? Should I go there after my Austin trip?
You should hang out with him as soon as you can, I think.
Yeah.
Too much sexting time is really like a dangerous game. You can get too far without ever actually hung out.
That's true.
And then you'll see them and it just like the matrix
They
glitches.
give you the ick.
No, it's not even, I mean, he might, who knows? He
Yeah.
might give you the ick. And now and then it's like really sort of like offsetting or off-putting because you've spent so much time with this person and you have like an actual relationship with them that doesn't line up with the one that you have in person. You have nothing to talk about. And maybe the vibe is just like off and then it's weird. And then you like feel guilty ending it because you're breaking up with a person you've only spent like a half an hour with. So you should go there like after we're done recording.
You're right.
Guys, I was not capping before when I said that I am interested in the sustainable lifestyle. We have partnered with a really cool sustainable product marketplace called Reboot Eco that is kind of presenting the 2.0 version of a lot of sustainable goods. Now, the reason why the 2.0 version is important is because the 1.0 version, the sort of OG version of all natural deodorant, all natural toothpaste, all natural shampoo, none of those products worked. There were problems with them. You know, for example, the OG bamboo toothbrushes, at the bottoms, they would get moldy because the wood would sit and get wet and it would get disgusting. But now check these out. These are the new bamboo toothbrushes. The bottoms are painted so that they don't get moldy. It's amazing, like the innovation that has gone into this stuff to make these products pleasant enough to use that it's worth it. Because I don't know about you, but I'm lazy with this shit. Mm-hmm. If it's like, okay, recycle, but it makes it harder for me to do it. If I have to do extra tasks, I don't have time to do anything. It's hard enough living in this world, dude. But for real. So like, and here's another example, like the toothpaste, the old sustainable like toothpaste model, the all natural ones, they didn't fizz properly. So when you're brushing your teeth, it didn't feel like you were brushing your teeth. Your teeth didn't feel clean. These are these really sick charcoal mint toothpaste cubes. They're almost like a mint, and you chew them and then they turn into toothpaste in your mouth and you can fully brush your teeth. I absolutely love them. I'm also loving the all natural serum and the shampoo and conditioner. A lot of this stuff, anything that comes in like a receptacle or that you can put in a receptacle is stuff that you can go and refill at refill stations. If you find yourself in Middletown, Connecticut, go check out the Reboot Eco, a brick and mortar store. It's super cool. I'm really excited that I've been turned on to this and I've really been enjoying trying all the products. So if you find yourself in that same category as a person who's sort of like sustainable curious, I think Reboot Eco is the place for you. So go to rebooteco.com. That's REBOOTECO.com. Use promo code OOPS for 15% off of online purchases. That's rebooteco.com, promo code OOPS for 15% off. Go check it out. It's pretty sweet.
I had to invite my sister to this DC trip because, not that I had to, I love her, but I felt like I just spent all this time with my brother and now I have to spend time with my sister and her kid.
2 siblings.
So we're gonna go to the zoo. It's gonna be my second zoo in a 2-week span.
Nice.
Oh my god! It's like they should give you stickers. You should be able to get your own animal at one point. I want one of those little pandas. I want a little red panda.
They're cute.
Yeah, just like kind of dope it up on Benadryl. You know, it's like it doesn't fucking know where.
Are you
it is.
allowed to have a panda as a pet?
Probably in the Bronx. Those people will buy anything. There's been a lot of people with snakes. There's been a lot of people with snakes around lately.
Well, that's like common though. Wait, like in public?
It's a lot though. I think there's a lot more this summer. A lot of boa constrictors.
A lot more snakes.
Black, like in Times Square, there was a shit ton. And then, yeah, even in my neighborhood.
People have snakes.
Yeah.
Ryan, if you could check on if
on
you're
the
allowed to
snakes.
have a panda as a pet.
Yeah, the panda's
Or
illegal.
pet guideline. It's
Illegal?
legal.
It says in all caps, first thing on Google, it is illegal. It may seem
Did you look up red panda though? They're smaller.
red panda too. It's on there.
Sorry, Kerryn.
Yeah, it says if you have one as a pet, please don't share it.
Share it with who? The community sexually? Well, I'm not going to share my panda.
Or the info.
Oh, the info.
That's probably
I would
what
never
it would
share
be.
my panda in his little panda holes. He'd be all mine.
He's my panda. That is my panda.
Sorry. Zoos are fun. Depending on like if the animals are like dumb and like little and like I don't like, but if I see like a tiger at a zoo, it makes my heart hurt.
Make you feel bad.
Yeah.
But my thought is like a lot of zoos are good about like conservation and like
Yeah.
keeping species around. So like I'll be watching a nature show and it'll be like there's only 200 of them in the wild.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better knowing that
They're making more.
they're out there still, but just they're keeping the population controlled so that they don't go extinct or whatever. But let me ask you this: I always wonder about this kind of thing. So, for example, nature show, right? We're talking about polar bears and how if the ice melts in the summer in the Arctic, they're all going to die, and that's going to be sad, right?
So
Theoretically,
sad.
it's sad. But I've also heard polar bears are they're the only bear that is just straight up down to eat a human. Like a grizzly bear will only do it because it's confused. They don't like humans. Polar bear are down to eat humans to the point where like if you walk around in the Arctic, you need to have like an armed escort or a polar bear will eat you. And I always wonder about a person who spent their life's work keeping polar bears alive, accidentally then just one day completely gets eaten by a polar bear.
I think they would love it.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they'd be like, "This is my fucking way."
This is what I envisioned.
They'd be like, "Let's go, Stanley. I know you wanted to do this since you met me. You had your eye on me. I've been tracking you." And he eats him.
Completing the spell.
Yeah.
Being eaten by the polar bear.
I think polar bears, that totally makes sense that they would eat a human because we've like fucked their environment the hardest.
Yeah, but I don't think that they're thinking that.
I know that's out there. I know they're not philosophically. I wouldn't eat you, but you've really fucked up my climate. I know. They're just like, I'll fucking eat human, seal, dog, same.
Yeah.
I feel bad when, seals are just so dog-like
Yeah.
that watching them getting toyed with by killer whales and then eaten.
You watch that?
Yeah.
When they do the thing where they make them go off the ice?
Yeah.
We talked about that a few episodes ago. Frozen Planet 2?
Yeah, they really fucking...
Yeah. I'll say these seals were like rude to me and they were rude to me in the
Navy SEALs?
They were rude to me in the Galapagos Islands and it made me not feel as bad for them. Because I was just standing near them and they started barking at me. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
They were probably warning you. Or they were like, give us a treat, we're dogs.
Baby seals are really cute.
Oh, I know and they go. Have you ever seen the videos of them bashing them in the skull?
That's really sad. And also, it's also in the Frozen Planet show, though, also, not even the whales, just the fact that if they don't have ice to lay on, they die pretty much immediately. I know. And that's like going to happen to all of them. It's pretty sad. I know. It's such a bummer.
So heavy, man.
Okay, this is a mindfuck for me. Why can every living thing just like take a bite out of your leg and eat it and be fine, but we can't do that? Why can't I just take a bite out of an animal's back and eat it and digest it?
I mean, you could if you're a fucking risk taker.
But why can't we? Like we'd get sick if we ate raw
without
living
it
meat.
being cooked.
Raw living meat.
People won't get sick from us? Or
People would, but I don't think animals would. Animals just eat like the fucking animal. They catch it as it's running.
Yeah, but animals also aren't like, I have a stomach ache. No. They
Right.
just like spray shit everywhere.
But why don't they have a stomach? Oh, so you're
they
saying
might. They just can't communicate it.
So they just have constant irritable bowel syndrome and feel terrible and are shitting constantly.
I bet there's plenty of footage of animals having projectile diarrhea in the wild after having eaten who knows what. A toddler, a fucking cactus,
A scientist
a science
in the pole
right,
in the Arctic.
Right. That guy.
Animals have a much stronger stomach acid.
Oh, we got to get our hands on that
influx.
acid.
And then our teeth are not suited for tearing flesh or hide.
Or hide.
for teeny fish. Come on, we can do it.
That's very good. All right, very, very solid. Maybe we should do some emails here. What do you think?
What does
Get
that
Kerryn
mean?
involved.
We write some? Who should we email?
Well, we know we
I have some people.
receive emails.
I have some people I want to tell off.
We receive emails, and we'll see if you can help us with your expertise here. Hey, 1 a.m. question for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, 1 a.m.
Frisky.
1 a.m. question.
Horny summer.
How do you deal with going out to a mutual hang with an ex?
Don't go.
My girl and I, the one you met in Ann Arbor, shout out, came to my show. Thanks for being there. We recently broke up. We hang out at a few of the same places. Some are my old places, some are her old places. Shit. I have a lot of friends at one or two, and so does she. Do I not go to her places, or do you press on and make it work? And do you avoid these places in general, and vice versa?
I don't know.
I don't really either.
That sucks.
It's extra to be like, okay, I get my places, you get your places. You don't
Right.
want to be that guy.
Yeah.
You don't need to divide the territory.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to not go because she's going to be there. That's like whack.
The worst case scenario, right, is like you're not fully over her and she's getting hit on by another dude, and so like, are you going to sit through that scenario, or do you like maybe move on to one of these other places?
Or she's with another dude.
Right, or she comes with another guy. Then do you kind of like say, maybe I'll try one of the other places?
And it sounds as if they all know each other in these scenarios.
Yeah.
It's like small places, whatever, which really can be hard too, because maybe the guy she's hitting it off with is somebody you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is hard.
It all gives me I'm very uncomfortable. I feel bad. I've been lucky. I've been able to like date and then like disappear from, not always, but.
Does it take you a while to get over people?
Yeah.
Does it take everybody a while to get over people?
I think if you're
Probably.
normal.
Yeah. Yes.
I think if you can like really jump right into a like vulnerable, committed relationship with somebody after you were just in one, I think you're fucking weird.
Yeah. True. But like that is also like a thing, right? That's like a mechanism.
It's like an addiction. It's
not
like,
having to deal with
you're
it.
not really connecting. You're like love bombing and
Yes.
all that shit.
Love bombing. Okay, well, what do you think about this for our friend here? Like, I think you just got to play Russian roulette.
Yeah, just go with your gut.
You don't want to be texting your friends, is Kerryn there?
No.
You know, ideally, you don't want to do that. But there's a way to gracefully go. And if things start becoming difficult, you can always leave in a way that doesn't make it seem obvious that you're doing that. But then you're also put yourself through something, which sucks.
Yeah.
You could also just move, dude.
Just fucking get a new life somewhere. Get in a fast car.
Yeah. It sounds like Ann Arbor is a small enough scene where like it's likely to bump into her on Friday or Saturday night or whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of
that's
sucks.
tough.
That sucks.
I feel for this guy because
Yeah.
I've been there before and I hate those situations. It's just, you always want to be the one to move on faster too. Because then you walk in and like she's already with another guy. It's like,
yeah. And this is this year too, because my Ann Arbor show was in November of last year. Late November.
That's recent.
So that means that if they were at the show, they probably didn't break up that day, obviously.
Or did they, Giulio? What'd you say?
Or did they?
Oh.
I talked about me and Hill Dog, and it was unbearable for them.
They were like, that's what it's supposed to be?
That happened at our live shows a few times.
Really?
Like 3 or 4 people when we did Oops live shows DM'd us saying, hey, I brought my girlfriend to your show, and we broke up after because I realized that so and so and so. I'm like, okay, like you realize we're presenting like a presentable version of our relationships. Like neither of us have perfect relationships. I mean, like we're not.
That's kind of crazy.
I know. I felt bad about it.
Yeah.
But guys and girls like messaging us being
right.
like, I broke up with them.
Yeah, maybe you need to put forth some of the bad times so people don't keep breaking up because of you. Yeah. Show us the underbelly.
You know, I find hard, like in the past, like I was younger, so maybe it's different, but like I'd see an ex somewhere and like it would be somebody I wasn't over or whatever. And like I'd be watching them sort of which I shouldn't have been doing. I wasn't sitting behind a bush. I was just watching. I was watching like normally, you know.
Okay.
And noticing just like whatever, and like picking up on like little stuff, and like seeing where the night was gonna go for her in a way that like I couldn't handle.
Rage.
It's a really hard thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's somebody that you're not over, especially that you were with for a while, and seeing them like flirt with somebody else, it's fucking gut punch,
It's
dude.
really bad.
It's hard.
It's really
I
bad.
never wanted to be around. I'm very much like you can have your own planet, and I'll go build a new life somewhere.
I'll build a new planet with my dog Peoples.
People like me.
That's why you like 6 a.m. You can never run into your ex at 6 a.m. Okay, so the final question that I have for you, I want to know what
I feel bad for this guy running into his ex.
I know, I do too. He'll be all right. Good luck out there, dude. I think you'll be fine. What are you excited for your future?
You know, I've never worn deodorant.
In your life, you don't smell at all?
No, and I don't stink. But I guess some people are born with BO.
Some people are stinkier than others, for sure. But you don't smell at all? You're not a smelly person?
Nope.
You've never worn deodorant in your life?
No.
Can we smell you?
Yeah.
Ryan? I don't want to get up and, if you don't mind.
Was he in there? Did he get far enough?
Let's see.
Drum
roll.
Let's hear the verdict. What if he's like,
It smelled like there was a little deodorant in there.
there's not.
Oh.
Smelled deodorized.
You dirty dog.
It's just
You spray anything?
nothing.
Nothing.
Soap. I wash my armpits.
Soap.
You
It
just
was
smell.
soapy.
Yeah.
Is this may be part of your whole like image thing, because you know the 999 plus messages, if those guys know that your natural odor is floral, those guys
Now
will
they're
listen-
really gonna fucking
They,
want,
man, I
yeah.
wonder
They wanna
what the
look
other
at my
side
feet.
smells like, huh?
They do like some of the messages. Do you want to hear?
Yeah. Cut to Pat texting him. Oh yeah.
Most of the messages are like, "Do you do BG, boy, girl?" Like they want to see me like have actual sex.
Oh, nice.
And I'm just like, no, you guys, I'm too tired.
Is there a way that you could make an absurd amount of money doing that?
Well, I mean, no matter what I do, that video is gonna get leaked. Like it just,
Right.
I just know it will.
And there's like
So-
discords of you and stuff, I'm sure. Right?
Yeah. So it's just like to do that. Yeah, it would have to be like a shit ton of money.
And like that you were getting up front kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is there a minimum you have to post for the subscriptions that people have? Or is it kind of just you pay
It's up
this
to
fee
them.
and-
If they don't want to pay anymore, they don't have to pay anymore.
So it's a la carte?
Yeah.
Do you track the analytics? Are you like, we lost 15 subscribers this month. I mean, I need to like eat fruit on camera or so whatever they're into. I don't know. Like they like weird shit, right?
Yeah, they do like weird shit. I keep an eye on it. My thing is like that's the comedy crossover. If I have a viral clip that has me mentioning that I have an OnlyFans, like my subs will go up.
Immediately.
Yeah.
That's clever. That's good synergy. Can we do an exercise right now?
Yeah.
I will tell you what I would say to your messages.
Yeah.
So let's and maybe you'll
Hold on, I
you'll
didn't
hire
know.
me. I'd be open to doing this.
Hold on, I didn't open them yet. Hold on.
And
Yeah,
we can
talk.
we can negotiate the terms now. Like I won't expect if I get people on board, I'm fine. If you want to just play me a flat fee, that's fine. But I'm also willing to take a gamble on myself and go the percentage route, because I think I'm pretty good. I obviously won't send it for real right now. But okay, here's the current message is this one just says, "You are gorgeous."
We love that guy.
I would do this emoji back. The wink with the tongue out. I get him started.
Okay.
And then he'd say something else. And then I'd go for the kill with the money. I'd be like, I'll do that for $20 or whatever if you tip me, right?
Okay.
It's not bad.
But what are they gonna want you? I mean, if
I
it's,
can't open these, right?
Maybe
Can they see?
you can go ahead. It's
Okay,
fine.
okay. This one says, I sent you a $25 tip.
Yeah, this guy wants some more.
I knew you get this all the time, but heard you on Jim and Sam. And when I looked you up due to how funny you were, I was amazed at how sexy you were on top of that.
Ooh, this guy's good.
Keep it up.
My dad wrote this one.
Keep it up. Your stand-up is great.
Keep it up. See, that's a dad sentence. Keep it up, kiddo.
Yeah, that's rude. So what I would say back to him
Okay.
is, what's your favorite bit of mine and why?
Oh, good. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
He'll feel ashamed.
He will.
He'll feel bad.
We'll go get a view on the back end.
He'll get a view in the back end. He'll go, yeah, that's also true. He'll be ashamed. And then he'll say, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to come off as whatever. And you'll be like, well, you did. And then
you
he'll tip
shame
you.
him.
Boom. There we go. You've made $50 now.
I know you'd be really good at this. Little Pete would be really good at this, I think.
Little Pete. I don't know that Little Pete has lived enough life to have.
Oh,
like,
you're right. And
he
he's
doesn't-
unpredictable.
And we're talking about Peter Fowler
He could go
here.
haywire on me.
What is customs?
Oh,
like
like
custom
they,
videos.
right. Like they'll be like, can you go find a Star Wars figurine?
And
Put it
place
in your
somewhere?
butthole.
Yeah. Put Obi-Wan Kenobi's head.
No.
So I would just say to this one, I'd say, yeah, what do you want? Boom. And then I will text you and be like, hey, this guy wants a video of you doing this.
Yeah.
Just so you know. I'll tell you which person it is so you can find them because you can sort through your messages. So you don't have to send it to me. That's weird.
Right.
And then, although I don't care if you like prefer to just send it to me first. I won't like look. I'll just like, I won't be worried about it. I'll just send it straight through. And then, okay, let's just do one more here because this is going to get boring because you guys can see just how competent I am. And that's the thing. Like when you are converting, it's not always sexy or interesting.
No.
You're just doing the bright stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
And then it ends up going, okay, this person reply. Oh, you can reply to videos. This person says, I want to see more P word. XXX extended cut. Extended cut's a thing.
Yeah.
So you can choose to extend the cut.
Well, what I do is I will post a 30-second clip from a 4-minute video that I've made.
Okay. And then they can pay for the extended cut?
Correct.
So why does that person not know? They want an extended cut of the extended cut?
Then they're a dummy.
Okay. So they just don't know how to use it properly. So you are doing a good job here, but you also just don't like the messages. But is by not responding, is there a chance that is actually making you make more money because you're not like giving it up too soon type of thing?
It could be, it's the mystique of it all, perhaps. The vibe of like, some guys like to like feel like they're pieces of shit.
Is that typically the dynamic you find yourself in because the roasting and stuff?
Yeah. Like they'll send me like pictures of their little penises sometimes.
Their tiny little penis?
Yeah.
How tiny are some of the...
Some are so funny.
They're really small.
Yeah, like buttons.
Oh no. But do they send it hard? Like, is it that small?
I feel like
hard?
it is hard because of the coloring, but you can't tell because there's no
It's
length.
just so teeny. Oh my God.
But they'll be like, you can tell they're like inflamed,
Yeah.
engorged, whatever.
It's hard.
Pulsing.
That's
I
hard.
don't care about penis size though. Whatever you got, it's good for you.
Okay, be careful. Don't
It's fine.
Don't let down the veil here. I know a guy who spends $10,000 a quarter. He said this, a quarter.
A quarter? So there's 4
$40,000.
quarters in a year?
He spends $40,000 a year texting OnlyFans girls.
Stop it. That guy's must make so much money, first of all. Tell me he makes a ton of money.
Yeah, he does. But he sometimes he tries deleting the app, but he eventually ends up re-downloading it and messaging, and and I don't we didn't have the heart to break it to him that he's probably texting with Patty Samaha.
Right. Dudes.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot of dudes.
Most of the time, it's like the boyfriend of which is actually a really good way to incorporate your boyfriend in your OnlyFans.
It's very smart.
It's very clever. Everybody makes more
I
money.
would totally let my boyfriend do it. That would be funny to me. I suppose I would just worry about any type of like, jealousy, resentment. Like, have you been watching any of this like Adam 22, Lena the Plug stuff?
Yeah,
Lena the Plug stuff.
I have actually.
And
It's funny
Unfold.
you mentioned that. So they have a brilliant setup too.
I
like
agree.
you,
I
they have a
agree.
podcast.
Oh, they must be making bank.
I don't know if you guys know about this. They're two porn stars, right? The husband's a porn star too, and they interview a third person and then they have sex with them.
Oh, always a woman.
Always a woman. But recently, Lena, the girl, the
wife.
the wife of the couple,
And mother of their child.
had sex with a man.
Yeah, outside of the marriage.
And how did it come to fruition that like the husband was bummed out about that, or like
He was talking about it on podcasts.
Got it.
Like, whether or not he actually was, who knows about the conversations they had behind closed doors. It was great press for the scene itself. Probably drove, and it was on her OnlyFans. I bet she made more money from that scene than like making traditional porn,
Totally, right?
that's what's actually pretty cool about adult stars is if you are popping and you have an audience, you're in control. You can make, as much money as you want to. You're not at like the mercy of being cast or put in like movies and stuff like that.
it's a really nice era for adult entertainment stars because of that, because they're not like getting taken advantage of, making $700, having
getting fucking
insane,
piped out,
very
excuse my French,
no, but very sort of like physically invasive sex,
right,
where that requires physical preparation and stuff, you know what I mean? Like body contorting
they do
and
some shit, dude.
Walking around with something up your ass for like a week, right? That's a thing, right?
Yeah, getting ready.
You put the butt plug in.
I mean, they do.
No, I'm not you. I'm saying in general. But no, for real, like
Not
you have
me
to,
yet.
because otherwise, because they wouldn't be able to maybe handle it in their natural state.
You've
Small
got to
person.
assume
Yeah.
that a lot of prep is going. When you see those scenes, sometimes I'm like, how
are they doing that?
Are they doing that? But yeah, so she had sex with that guy, and he's like this huge tatted up black guy. And then Adam seemed like he was on every podcast and talking about it. His whatever. Yeah. He was like, after it was done, he's like, I said it was fine, but like after it was over, I felt like a certain type of way. It's crazy.
Cool. And honestly brilliant. Because like there is a thing where like porn, even like the best porn, right? The acting is just like usually not that good. So if you're just like doing a podcast, you're being yourself. You're accomplishing the same thing that a fake scene is. And plus we know who these people are.
And there's shit on Pornhub too, for whether they like allowed it or not. It's on Pornhub, a lot of their stuff. Yeah.
Cause like, think about it. Like, I don't need to think you're a milkmaid. I know that you're a porn star. Yeah. So why not just see you talking and being yourself?
Right.
Immediately gets the viewer engaged.
Yeah.
And want to see
the Behind OnlyFans podcast is good too.
Is that theirs?
No, it's a different one. 2 chicks.
Oh wow.
They're pretty good. They interview other. And then there's Only Stands. I can never find the girls he interviews.
Oh,
though.
Glenny Balls?
Yeah.
That's a Barstool show.
It's like sometimes he tags them, sometimes he doesn't. I'm like, I can never find these girls.
That's a clever podcast too.
Yeah.
He does well with that one.
It's crushing.
Yeah.
I'm just sound like a creep. I'm like, I can't find the girls.
I like this though. This is fun, man.
Where
I like talking the ins and outs of the biz here. Like I feel part of it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely open to messaging all your guys.
Okay.
And I actually think that the person you were dating, I think they could be very into this, because you'd be like, oh, what should I tell this guy? Like, should I tell him about your sexy butt? Like, and then just start, it turns into like.
You'd have to meet the right guy.
Yeah.
I hope he's out there.
Does that stress you out?
Well, most guys are just, I feel like they can say they're cool with it, but I can tell they're not.
Eventually they're not.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm cool about it.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they become controlling.
Yeah.
I just don't want them to think that like.
They can fuck you.
Yeah. Like this isn't what I signed up for. Like this is not who I thought you were.
Right. And I'm like, just go message somebody. Make us some money.
Have you had that moment a lot with people?
I mean, that was my last serious boyfriend.
It ended up there?
Yeah. That's when I just started it though.
Do you ever have like self-sabotage instincts because of it? Like, do you prefer almost a scenario that won't work out before it comes to that point where it won't work out?
I mean, no, because I'm like, not that I'm leading with it, but I'm pretty upfront about it. So it's like, it shouldn't ever like come to a head. It should always like kind of be in the conversation. So yeah, it's just like hasn't gotten there. I also like, I'm very happy alone.
It's good. What if a guy was like...
Does the messages. He doesn't have to wake up early
messages.
with the dog. All right, no messages.
No, sorry. Go ahead. Let us... You tell us your best scenario, and then I'll give you this other thing.
I like this message thing. That sounds like a good addition, but he doesn't have to wake up early with me and my dog. He can sleep in until 8 when we come back, and I'll bring him a coffee. But nice. Then he has to get up.
He has to be up by 8.
Yeah, he has to be up by 8.
The criteria is so funny. It's like he has to be okay with OnlyFans, number 1. Number 2, he has to be up by 8. Why? Because what am I going to do? What am I going to do at 8 if he's not awake?
Okay, he doesn't have to be, but like that's when I tidy up and then I leave at like 9 to go start my fitness regime.
Okay, what if I do your messages? I'll only send them at night. I'll send them late because that's probably the time where the guys are the most triggered.
Okay.
I'll only message
You'll
from
clock in and out.
11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Yeah. I'll be on there.
Yeah, we can't have you addicted either. We'll have to give you an in and out. You only 2 hours of messaging Julio.
Yeah, you're like, dude, that guy killed himself. I'm like, I know, I got him good. I did what you said. I'm getting too good at it. Okay, what if a guy was like, I will pay for your life your lifestyle will actually be better because I have more money than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you have to quit your OnlyFans.
Yeah. Fine.
Would you do that though?
I mean, if I was madly in love, like this would never happen though. I don't think. If I was like madly in love with that guy and he did that, but like the guy who could do that for me, I probably don't like him.
Yeah, I worry about the control aspect.
Yeah.
They're stripping you of your identity.
I
so they
would
can
make a
control you.
contract. I'd be like, I'm getting this much. I'd be like, look, I'll show you my numbers. This is what I'm making. You need to
Lump
give me
sum.
that or more every month for the foreseeable future. That's the other thing. Like you break up and then I'm starting
Right.
from scratch with
And
my
now
OF.
exactly. I know where are you going to even go?
They'll probably be waiting for me like piranhas. Like, why
Yeah,
did you
that's
stop posting?
Well, oh my God. And then you'd rip on your OnlyFans.
Then you fucking light it up, dude. Hopefully.
Well, listen, I consider you to be a dear friend.
I consider you the same.
I love you.
You.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm serious. I am very comfortable with you. I can feel like I can text you and not feel weird about it.
Absolutely.
Like a pal and be like, "What up?" Like
Yeah.
I can text you like that. I don't have that many people like that.
No,
And not,
neither.
it's hard because
Yeah.
our business is weird. Like,
Yeah.
we're
always
just
loved
just
each other.
messaging people with little dicks at 2 a.m. in our business.
Can you just see Julia with like a motherboard of messages? It's like, this guy's in Taiwan. He thinks you're on the toilet right now.
Multiple computers. No, but for real, like comedians can be hard to be close to.
Yeah.
Either because they just don't actually care about you at all, or because they
know.
can only care about themselves as well. And sometimes those are different things, and sometimes they're the same.
Sometimes comedians, you can just feel them not listening to you.
Not listening, not caring.
Yeah.
And also just being like savages. Like
Savages.
you send a message and like you're now somehow getting bullied secretly just because you said, "Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
This guy wants to chill with me. He's a loser." That guy sells out theaters. Ha 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 ha. Let's laugh at anything he comes out of his mouth. So I appreciate you coming on the pod. What's up? Tell us where to find all your stuff.
Hey, follow me on Instagram at Kerryn Feehan. Check out my OnlyFans. My name is Eminem69 on there because I thought that was funny.
It was funny.
And then subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm almost at 100,000 YouTube subscribers. It'd be cool if I could hit that.
Congrats.
But I seem to be stuck at 99.4, and it feels like I'm in a purgatory of some sort.
Fuck that. Yeah, let's get you there. Let's get Kerryn over 100K.
I'm on the road. I'm in Texas and other places. And I'm doing the New York Comedy Club Stanford Room September 9th.
Awesome.
Buy tickets to that. Emilio is already mad at me because I don't know how to promote on Facebook. I don't even know how to get into my Facebook.
Oh yeah, he's like enable ad.
The vital. He told me
Yeah.
that's a vital tool.
I took it in your defense. It's extremely difficult to figure out,
It's so hard.
and he gave me shit about it too. I think it's just his way. That's why he's successful. We need to be more like Emilio.
I know. I totally respect Emilio
Shout out
too.
Emilio.
His like assistant Claire and these other people were asking me. I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it. Emilio texts me. I'm like, but I just hate Facebook, Emilio.
Yeah, don't let that long hair fool you. He's as uptight as ever.
Oh, yeah.
Check Kerryn out. Go see her on the road.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, I'm in Texas in July, and or in Austin, and then I'm in New York City the 10th of August at the Stand. Come see me. Kerryn will probably be there as well, hanging out, so maybe you can get a double feature.
Let's go.
Good shit. Thank you. Guys, fresh merch drop is upon us. oopsthepodcast.com. Shop through your favorite styles. Right now we have hats, t-shirts, all inspired mostly by stuff that happens on the show. Got the Oops Deli tee, which you'll notice some little sprinkles in there, a couple of references that you might recognize, as well as the Plant Boy tee in black and white, both fire, and the Big G tee, as well as the Oops OG logo. Get in there. We're going to have more stuff coming down the pipeline soon, but you don't want to miss out on this while they're still around. oopsthepodcast.com. Grab some fresh merch.